about carbon. As long as carbon atom is tetravalent, it becomes easier. And carbon atom has the ability to form single bond, like what I've explained, a double bond, triple bond, and can also form a double bond that double back itself. Good everyone, I welcome you all again to my YouTube channel where chemistry simplified with Gido Academy. And in this particular video, I want to reveal the secret behind organic chemistry. I've been getting a lot of complaints from students that organic chemistry is very difficult, but I think that is a big lie. Organic chemistry, I believe that should be the simplest part of chemistry. Should be the simplest part of chemistry. And in this particular video, I want to reveal the basis of organic chemistry. Why you think organic chemistry is difficult is because you are going to the third step without first of all stepping on the first step. So I'm going to teach you the first step of organic chemistry. We already know that organic chemistry consists of this element called carbon. And there are some things you need to take note of about this element called carbon. Carbon is an element, we all agreed. And it is found, let me draw the periodic table for clarity. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So here will be my hydrogen. Here's my helium, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon. Now, this is my carbon as the main element in organic chemistry. Carbon belongs to group 4. To group 4 in the periodic table and period 2 in the periodic table. That's to say, the 3 elements before carbon ionizes by loss of electron, and the 3 elements after carbon, let me not use loss of electron. What they undergo is transfer of electron. And the kind of bonding that takes place here is what? Sharing of what? Of electron. So the 3 elements before carbon, what they undergo is, let's say, loss of electron, and the 3 after carbon, what they undergo is what? Gaining of what? Of electron. But carbon itself, it undergoes sharing of what? Of electron. That's the major one. They can share, they can do whatever they want to do, but the major one is they gain electron, and here they what? They lose electron. But carbon itself, it undergoes what we call what? Sharing of what? Of electron. Carbon has 4 affinity units. That is to say, carbon is tetravalent. And what I mean by carbon is tetravalent, carbon has the ability to be bonded to 4 substituents. So if carbon is bonded, or it has the ability to utilize its 4 bonds, let me use that, so that you won't say it must be 4 substituents. No, carbon has 4 bonds. So that's to say, carbon can be bonded to 4 different things. It can be bonded to 2, can be bonded to 3, depending on the way carbon wants to use the bond, maybe in form of sigma or in form of pi. So, but at the end of the whole thing, you realize that carbon has 4 affinity units. That's to say, if carbon is bonded to carbon atom, it's not correct now, because this is just 1 bond. And how many bonds is remaining? 4. 3 other 1, 2, 3. So here can be chlorine, here can be bromine, here can be hydrogen. So this carbon atom is stable. So what if I have hydrogen and here is hydrogen? Is this carbon atom stable? No. This is not correct, because 1, 2, 3, this carbon has 3 bonds. For this carbon atom to be stable, it must obey the 4 affinity units of carbon atom. That's to say, it must be bonded to what? To 4 bond. What if this hydrogen refuses to come and we decide to place a double bond here? So 1, 2, 3, 4. This carbon has 4 bonds. Let's count this on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one has 5 bonds. It doesn't work like that. So I have to remove this chlorine here. What if I decide to make it triple bond? That's to say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It doesn't work like that. So these 2 we still have to what? Have to go, leading to the concept of forming pi bond, whereby these 2 bonds are usually called what? Pi, whereby this one is called what? Sigma. So carbon generally is, organic chemistry generally is very easy if only you know the kind of bond carbon can form. So this is just an intro into organic chemistry. And another thing again you should take note of is that if a carbon atom, now looking at this structure, this carbon atom has 4 bonds. This one, 1, 2, 3, 4. This one has 2. This one has 2. So for this structure to be okay, 2 bonds must be what? Must be attached to it. If I make this place 3 bonds, here will be out, and here will be out. So then here will become what? So it becomes easy when you know most persons complain that I can't draw structures correctly. They will always tell me that the structure is wrong. When you know that carbon has four bonds, so no matter how you draw the structure, the four bond of carbon must reflect. Like nitrogen now, we already know that nitrogen has three bonds because one, two, three, four, five. So we have three bonds remaining for nitrogen. So nitrogen has three bonds because of this for him to be stable. So if you have high nitrogen, nitrogen, nitrogen bonded to three hydrogen. If nitrogen wants to be bonded to nitrogen, this structure will not be correct like this. Even if it is like this, it is not correct. If it is like this is when the structure becomes what? Becomes correct. So, and there is a way whereby a nitrogen can as well come here. A hydrogen that can as well come to this place. So making this place a what? Using the lone pair of this guy to form what? Another structure. But the correct way of drawing nitrogen is what? Is this, because it is trigonal. It has three valent electrons. It is not tetrahedral like carbon. So, but it can only be tetrahedral when we are talking about what? Ammonium, which is making the whole structure positively what? Charged. So, but there are some things I want you to take note of about carbon. As long as carbon atom is tetravalent, it becomes easier. And carbon atom has the ability to form single bond, like what I've explained, a double bond, triple bond, and can also form a double bond that double back itself, like carbon double bond, carbon double bond, carbon double bond. So it can form something like this, or in a resonance structure, in a cyclic resonance structure, we have something like this, we have something like this, we have something like this, a double, single, double, single, double, single, and this is what we call the benzene. So if you understand that carbon has four bond or four affinity units, it becomes so easy for you to draw organic structures, even to be able to identify if a structure is stable or not. Because in some examination cases, they will ask you, determine if this particular structure is correct. So it can be so difficult if you don't know that carbon has four affinity units, but it become easy for you. But please take note, there are sometimes a carbon atom can be plus, there are sometimes it can be minus in terms of a carbocation and carbanion, but we cannot do all of that in this particular concept. I just want to introduce the basis of organic chemistry. And the major element in organic chemistry or in organic compound is what? Is carbon, which is found in group 4 in the periodic table and period 2 in the periodic table. If you enjoy what I do, why not say something nice in the comment section? And please, if you have any questions regarding what I've explained so far, or you have a better way of explaining the basis of organic chemistry, please also analyze that in my comment section. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in our next episode. But for now, goodbye.